Do you all remember the video I made? It wasn't even that long ago actually, it was like 2 weeks ago. And I was talking about overpowered teams or overrated teams, I didn't really know how to name it. Just teams that are way better than they really should be in 2K. The guys that in real life right now are probably fighting for a lottery pick, yet everyone picks them in 2K because they can hoop. Well, I was dead serious when I put the Phoenix Suns on that list. Well, before they got rid of Tyson Chandler at least. In NBA 2K, Tyson Chandler is a lot more than just an aging mentor. He's great for defense and rebounding, so back when he was on the Suns, he really did give them an extra boost that I guess they're gonna miss. I haven't played a tier 3 game in a while, so I'm not 100% sure what they look like now without him. But I was running into some teams where they were actually playing Tyson a little bit more or equal to the minutes that they were playing Aiden. But aside from just overpowered teams and teams that just shouldn't be this good in the game, there's also a lot of underpowered teams. Underrated, I guess you would say. And these almost always come from the historic teams, because aside from just getting the face scan wrong with a lot of these guys, the whole team is just nothing like they are in real life. And I guess that probably mostly comes from the fact that a lot of these teams don't have a complete bench. They're missing an important role player or a key shooter, somebody that played something really important for that team in real life that they just don't have. Like for the Rockets, I would say an underrated part that they're missing is Steve Novak. Nobody cares about Steve Novak, right? But on that Houston team where their bench already wasn't that good, Novak played a pretty key role in getting some points. Dudes were always leaving him open. They don't remember the Novak from 2012 that was doing the championship belt celebration. They don't know about that Novak, so that was easy points and now that's gone. I would say the Blazers with Drexler, that's a terrible 2K team and they made the NBA Finals. But I used them once, and they didn't even have a good ball handler aside from Clyde Drexler. And Drexler's not even really known for like excessive handling, right? You got Danny Ainge out there sharing ball handling duties with Terry Porter, and you give Ainge the ball and that's a turnover a lot of the time. But anyways, on the subject of teams that aren't as good as they should be, the 97 Heat are definitely on that list. I don't really have a great comparison from 2K18 because I only used them a couple of times and that was when I was on stream, but I really did not play with this team a whole lot. And I used them once in this game, and I've got DeAndre Ayton down there going toe to toe with Alonzo Mourning. And you know my explanation? It's really because teams that rely on post-heavy play, and this probably would affect the historic teams the most because older teams, like the farther you go back, the more the team is going to be relying on traditional big men. So a team like the Heat where you've got PJ Brown, you've got Alonzo Mourning, teams like that where you're relying on a shady post system that has gotten worse since the game released, now you're looking at other ways to score. How are you going to utilize Tim Hardaway? If Mashburn's shot isn't falling, he's useless. Then there's the curious case of Dan Marley. Dan Marley had 0 points in the first half. I don't know, I wasn't really going to him a whole lot. I guess I was trying to force a little bit with Alonzo because I was getting frustrated. I'm like, man, Aiden is good, but this is Zoe down here, man. This is Miami Heat Zoe. So I was trying to use the 2 best players they had. And because of it, I got into a tight situation down the stretch. Trying to bring the Heat in Phoenix. No pun intended, I promise. And this is where I start to get really frustrated. When I get into that 6-point, 8-point differential, it's really frustrating online because there's only 5-minute quarters. And momentum shift can decide a game really quickly, and that's what I'm trying to do right here. And I turn it back over. That's an instance right there where you can tell I was rushing, but so was he. When I get turnovers like that, and I'm just letting it fly now because I got nothing to lose. Those are Dan Marley's first points of the entire game. We're in the 3rd quarter, 1 minute left. Just hadn't been able to get him any looks, and that's a bad shot right there. You can see he's just trying to put me away. He's trying to frustrate me. But you know I'm going back to the hot hand. Same spot. Twice in a row. Oh! Got the shooter's bounce. So normally when I get 1 to go, I'm looking to score with the same guy over and over again. Oh, look at his defense. He broke it. He completely broke the defense, leading to an and 1. And all that happened right there is Marley had him shook. Marley was striking fear into his defense. You got 2 threes in a row. So you know I gotta go for another one. Gotta run the quick forward, and it broke. And I have to try it again because I haven't used it in this game so far, so I don't know how he's gonna react. And he tried to double the ball handler. That is always the mistake they make. And now this is terrible news for him because I'm assuming on the next trip up the floor, I'm going to have Marley in takeover. Wow, he almost dribbled off his own foot and Marley ran the other way. I got so lucky right there because Devin Booker is permanently stuck on his heat check from the 70-point game. And this guy is choosing, I shouldn't say this guy, you know, if I go back and look at the footage, I'm pretty sure it's just his players being really stupid. Because, you know, players do not feel right on fast breaks. And speaking of that, yep, I got stuck. How many of you are getting stuck this year? When you have a player like that, like what just happened with my center, I was trying to push him to Chandler because I saw what was going on. And he like non-stop was just running into Booker. I don't know, maybe it's the camera angle I'm playing on and he covered that one correctly. Now I just need the screen and okay, see now he's got me covered. Yep, there goes Chandler with that defensive effort just like I said. Chandler's a defensive lifeline on this team. And now he's all over Marley. Look at that, I'm in takeover, but he's got a smaller Isaiah Cannon on him, which means I have potential for a post up here. I don't know, it's going to be difficult to pull off though. Only got 3 seconds. Look who he left open. Steph, who? Who are we talking about now? Man, in takeover mode, somehow he lost track. Oh yeah, he's just letting it fly with Booker now. He's coming undone. When you see guys taking quick shots like that, you know you're getting on the nerves. I see Marley again. Oh yeah, he covered this time. He knew better that time. Not gonna make the same mistake twice, but now I want to go in the post. See if Marley has a post game. Look at that. Oh, that's beautiful. That was such a beautiful step back, created space, maybe gave him an elbow, and this man has 15 points in 13 minutes, 75% shooting. And that was a very poor time to fuck up my defensive slides because Booker was cold. That's his best player. If Booker goes cold under 2 minutes, he doesn't stand a chance. So now it's really crunch time. Up by 1 point against the championship contending Phoenix Suns apparently. Don't want to lose track of Booker again. I'm reading it. I read that one all the way. This is going to be a tough finish. I got greedy right there. I got greedy and I trusted 2K's animations a little bit too much. Sometimes when they can go up for just a quick dunk, they cock their arm all the way back. Oh, maybe I should have took that one. I probably should have took it. Going in the post. And why would he double? Oh yeah, he just dug his own grave. I'm pretty convinced that's one of Steph Curry's ancestors. And he chose to double off of the guy that has been hitting threes ever since the end of the third quarter. I've lost count now. Had to cover that pick and roll right there. And he still chose to pass it. Yeah, he came undone right there. He was rushing. I was watching Aiden's roll. I covered Aiden's roll myself actually. And oh, he's left Hardaway. Oh, he left Hardaway. I should have shot that. I'm a little bit nervous right now. I'm playing conservative. Only 30 seconds left. Oh my goodness. That could have easily been a steal. If this was the earlier days of 2K, you know that would have been a steal right there. Instead, he called for the foul. I should have passed it the first time. But I've gotten way too dependent on that fake pass and we just don't want to give up a 3 right now. Good thing Anderson rolled because I left him open and I went for the steal attempt. And Booker's been cold. He has been absolutely cold. He's got the dunk, but that's all right. This is a free throw game now. He's full court pressing. We just do not allow a steal. He's trying to come up behind me. I see you. And now he's doubling. He's not going to foul? There's 8 seconds, fam. What are you doing? Ah, he's one of these. Yep. He's one of these stubborn guys. He lost that game for himself. He dug his own grave multiple times because all he had to do was foul, but he was trying to force a turnover instead. Damn, Marley saying, good game, I busted your ass. That dub, that was a combination of many dumb mistakes by my opponent, especially the one where he should have fouled. I get there wasn't a lot of time left, but I'm not going to choke in that situation. I'm not going to make a mistake. You're doubling me with all that space on the floor. There's no mistake coming. I mean, I actually did kind of make a mistake. I gave it to Mourning, and that's where he should have fouled. He should have 110% fouled as soon as he got the ball. But it was a combination of those mistakes and Dan Marley temporarily taking Steph Curry's throne. This man had 0 points up until the 1 minute mark in the third quarter, and he got on one of those Klay Thompson type hot streaks. You know those streaks where he'll just be chilling for a while. He's just playing some defense, and then all of a sudden he hits 3 threes, and now he's just pulling up with anybody in his face. I even had Marley hitting post-ups. That's a badass dude. He took over when the situation was really dire. I had nothing going on my offense for most of that game. He was really starting to break away. He was headed toward a double-digit lead, and Marley was finding really good ways to get open. I guess I know who I'm running the offense through if I ever use them again.